ARNIS Federation, no other than our Chairman and President, Senate President Juan Miguel Zubiri. So let's give our President a round of applause. Of course, the President would have loved to be here, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, he will deliver a message for the closing of the Women's Martial Arts Festival. Unfortunately, because of his work and his duties for our country, he could not come for this event, no, for our ARNIS Games. But regardless, he sends his regards and his best to all of the athletes. So with that, to all of the athletes and coaches, thank you very much once again. To the parents who are here, thank you for the support. Again, to the athletes, good luck in our 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival ARNIS competition. Thank you very much.
Thank you, EVP, for that affectionate words of welcome. And now, to warm our hearts with hopeful words of inspiration, may we listen to one of the PECAF Board of
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. This is day 4 of the 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival. Ako po si Ernest Hernandez, kasama ko ngayon si Baby Dynamite, Miss Rica Aquino. Hello, Rica. This
Hello.
is day 4 at kamusta naman tayo?
Hello Ernest and hello sa mga manonood natin. Fourth day of our women showing their talents and their skills. I cannot be more excited.
Grabe, pang-apat na araw na natin ngayon and it seems na sobra-sobra na yung mga action na nakita natin for the first 3 days.
Definitely Ernest, according to our PSC Commissioner Ma'am Bomku yesterday, she told us how excited she is that we are creating safe spaces for women to show their skills and talents.
Nung unang araw, hinighlight namin ang penchak silat. Nung isang araw naman, ang binigay namin sa inyo is
The second day,
kumite.
karate. Oo.
Kumite. And kahapon, judo. Ngayong araw, meron naman tayong mga nakaanlaan sa inyo, mga sports na different martial arts na ipapakita namin sa iyo. But before that, tignan natin yung mga nangyari kahapon sa ating day 3. Puro judo po tayo.
Yes.
And Rica, you were there. Ano mga nagkaganapan na nangyari?
Very, very exciting, no? We had a lot of girls. Kita nyo naman sa screen natin how feisty and how explosive our girl athletes are. Most of them are very, very happy. Some of them were tearful, yung mga hindi pinalad manalo. But at the end of the day, Ernest, namayani ang sisterhood and of course sportsmanship dito sa events natin sa judo.
Yung talagang nakita natin is kahit mga bata pa yan, the competitive spirits are there. They are taking the competition seriously. At syempre, no one comes home as a loser here kasi lahat sila nagkaroon ng experience. And one of these days, yung mga nakikita nyo, mga kabataan na nag-uwi ng medalya, isa dyan, or dalawa o tatlo, magbibigay ng parangal sa bansa natin in the very future. At ayan po. So, eto Rica, meron tayo may bago tayong ipapakitang sport, bago tayong i-highlight na sport para sa kanila ngayon. At ito ang ARNIS.
Yes, of course. Today, we have the pleasure of watching our national sport. You know what, Ernest? In the Republic Act 9850, ARNIS was declared as the national martial art and sport of the Philippines.
Yes.
So, sabi nga ni Ma'am Bongku, she really wanted to include ARNIS in the Women's Martial Arts Festival.
At ito na, iatid na namin sa inyo ang ARNIS in just a while. So ito, antayin nyo, pagbalik namin, bibigay na namin sa inyo ang ARNIS action dito sa 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival.
Athletes, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. We, the athletes of the 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival, promise to take part in these games, respecting and abiding by the rules and regulations set before us by the Philippine Eskrima Kali ARNIS Federation in the spirit of fair play. We do this for the glory of sports, for the honor of our teams, and in respect for the fundamental principles of sportsmanship. So help me God.
Thank you, thank you. And also, to acknowledge our technical officials, we have the Chairman for Technical Committee, Dr. Amado Makayan. And for our court head, we have Renny Rose Esquerra, Recorder Teresa Arias, Tabulator Emmanuel Laksa, Court Manager, we have Don Jose Campoy, we have Judges Ruth Ann Lavarias, Jeremy De La Cruz, Edward Kent Nalam, Salvador Dalang, Danilo Pagligaran, JJ Malanay, Jose Mary Saberon, Robin Kier Obanos, and we have Wilson Bangis. And to give the oath for technical officials, may we call on Dr. Amado Makayan, National Technical Official.
May I request the GMs and the EVP to please stand up to acknowledge the pugay of our technical officials. The technical officials, sumunod sa pagpupugay. Na, pugay. Thank you. My dear technical officials, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear to perform my duties and functions as technical official of 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival to the best of my ability, with the highest degree of honesty and integrity, and the true spirit of fair play. I recognize and acknowledge PECAF as the highest authority for ARNIS Eskrima in the Philippines, and WECAF as our international federation. So help me God.
Thank you, Dr. Makayan. And to officially declare our tournament open, may we call our tournament director, Mr. Gerald O. Cañete.
Thank you very much. With the power vested in me as your tournament director for the 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival ARNIS competition, I now declare the games open.
Now for the grand salutation, I will give the floor to the National Technical Official, Ms. Ruth Ann Lavarias. Okay, thank you for that. And for the participants, please take your seats. Exit, please.
At nagbabalik po tayo dito sa Women's Martial Arts Festival kaninang umaga. Naghahanda na ang ating mga magko-compete sa ARNIS at kikita nyo ngayon sa inyong mga screen itong ating mga kabataan na masugid na nagpa-practice para sa kanilang mga performances mamaya.
Yun na nga, ano, so meron tayong mga ilang events na pinaghahandaan. One is, of course, the individual event wherein we have solo and double weapon, and we have the synchronized mixed event. So ayan, nakita natin, no, we have teams from Pasig, we have teams from Baguio, and different parts of the Philippines.
At ito nga, Rika, nakita natin yung registration ng mga bata rito. You were bata ka noon,
Yes.
na 2014. Ano yung
Oo.
pumapasok sa isip, even at the registration ng mga ganitong mga kababaihan nating kabataan?
Well, definitely it's very empowering. Kasi aside from you being a competitor, you are brought together by the common goal of just like looking for the best of the best among women. And yun nga, no, this is after all a celebration of women power. Itong Women's Martial Arts Festival.
Aminin na natin, ang preparation yung doon ka kakabahan pero once you're there, wala na. So anyway, ito, brief history lang ng ARNIS. ARNIS is originated sa Philippines. Matagal na po yan. Lahat ng mga schools required, actually sa PE.
Yes,
Meron
oo.
tayong PE na kailangan mag-aral ka ng ARNIS.
Definitely, no, since it was already declared a Republic Act ng 1950, ano. And ito nga, so one of the primary weapons of ARNIS is what we call baston.
At syempre meron din tayo mga yantok, meron olisi, palo, marami po tayo mga pwedeng gamitin for ARNIS. Hindi lang po yan sticks. Actually, the movement of ARNIS is what we are actually very particular with. At sinabi nga sa akin nagturo sa akin ng ARNIS, hindi lang basta-basta ginagamit ang weapons dito, pati na rin sa mga, pati yung just the hand movement is already self-defense.
Definitely. And of course, our PCAF President, our Senate President, Juan Miguel Subiri, as he
Yes.
himself a world champion in ARNIS.
He will be gracing us dito sa ating closing soon. At syempre, meron din tayong sambo. Itong sambo naman, marami na tayo naririnig tungkol sa sambo, pero ito nag-originate talaga sa Russia. Ang ibig sabihin po niyan, self-defense kahit wala kang weapon. May uniform din ang sambo. Ang tinatawag dyan, kutkra. Okay, and marami pang several styles ng sambo na tayong mga nakikita. Gumagamit din sila ng headgear at gloves. At saka syempre, since lumalaki ang sambo natin, merong Philippine Sambo Federation na tinayo na para ma-hone yung mga athletes natin, mga kabataan natin, magkaroon tayo ng grassroots program, and in the future, dumadami na ang magko-compete para sa ating international sambo competitions.
Ayun na nga, no. So, definitely, no, nandito sa Rizal Memorial Complex, lahat ng magagaling na mga kababaihan natin, Ernest.
At saka itong mga kababiyan na to, they will be developed to become our national team players, and eventually, yan nga, sinasabi na natin ilang beses dito, sila ang mag-uuwi ng mga karangalan sa ating bansa. At syempre, no? At it starts with just being just a kid enjoying the sport. Kitang-kita natin dito sa
Yun,
ating
no?
screen.
Oo.
Masayang-masaya ang mga kasama natin, mga taga-RTU, yung iba. At syempre, alam mo yung age na to, this is just when you enjoy the sport and the competition.
Yan na nga. And actually, Ernest, it's also very overwhelming to see that ARNIS celebrates our nationhood and our heritage.
But anyway, magbabalik tayo, no, pagdating natin. More action here sa ARNIS.
Villanueva Chloe of Baguio City, Tutur Chloe of Pasig City, Coltien Clarice of Baguio City, and Pagunsan Rian Lucia of Taytay Rizal. Please prepare.
officials.
Women's Martial Arts Festival. Ako po si Ernest Hernandez. Kasama ngayon si Miss Rica Aquino. This is day 4 ng ating competitions. We are highlighting different sports for everyday. At ngayon, ang makikita nyo in front of your screens is ARNIS.
Yun na nga, ARNIS is recognized by the law as the country's national sport and martial art. Alam mo, Ernest, pre-colonial ang origins nitong ARNIS. So
Yes.
it really is a true testament or a true manifestation of our pagka-Pilipino.
And you know what, Rica? Ang natutuwa ako dito sa ARNIS, this is recognized worldwide. Galing sa atin. Even in movies, marami ng movies
Oo.
ako nakita na ginagamit ng ARNIS. May hindi lang alam ng tao, ARNIS po yan. Pero
Definitely.
marami nang pupunta dito mga celebrities just to learn ARNIS para gamitin nila sa kanilang mga sa mga Hollywood movies, even sa mga Chinese movies, ginagamit nila yung mga sword fighting doon. May mga elements of ARNIS na kinukuha.
Definitely, no? And ikaw nga, Ernest, you yourself tried ARNIS.
We are now
in the
witnessing
past,
the
right?
entrance of our performers
Yes, I
for
did, John.
juniors traditional individual single weapon.
Ang natuwa ko dyan, hindi mo kailangan ng weapon just to learn ARNIS. At ito nakikita natin ngayon in front of you. Ito po is a women's single weapon traditional po tayo.
First to perform,
Yan po yung magko-compete.
Cervantes Elia of Pasig City.
Cervantes Alia from Pasig
Inhibit
City.
po,
Siya po yung
inhibit.
unang magpa-perform ngayon. And single weapon po. Kapag sinabing
This is
single
from
weapon, isa
Pasig
lang yung
City.
hawak niya. And again, ito, may choice ka kung sword or stake. In this case, ang pinili niya is a bladed weapon.
Yes. And of course, huwag kayo
This
matakot.
is traditional
Replica lang yan. Hindi yan
individual
talaga
single weapon.
bladed na weapon.
So here we go. Ito po, Miss Elia. At siya po ang mauuna ngayon in front of our judges.
So we have the pugay to be given at the beginning. Alam mo, Ernest, maraming criteria itong ating demonstration, itong single weapon demonstration natin. Unang-una, syempre, yung harmonization ng movement ng kamay at paa. Very important yan,
And kita mo yung movements, alam mo, yung movement ni Elia dito is, if you slow-mo it, it's very graceful.
Definitely, no?
Even with just that, no? Maganda rin yung kanyang stance, magandang kanyang paghawak sa kanyang weapon. And I can't wait na ipakita natin yung mga slow-mo mamaya ng ating production team.
Yes. And with skillful handling of weapon, it's very important na hindi niya ma-drop yung weapon na yan the
Yes.
course of the demo, di ba? Also, very, very imposing stage presence, di ba?
And there you go. Yan po. And we will
Official
go to the
time.
judges.
1 minute and 11 seconds.
1 minute and 11 seconds ang performance.
Yes.
Performer, please sit down.
And tignan natin. Ito yung replay na sinasabi natin. And yung transition ng hands, yung pag-shift to the weapon na alam mo yun, hindi bumibitaw sa kamay. That is very important.
Definitely. Also, yung kanyang mga pag-recover from
Judges.
spinning movements, she's very, very balanced also.
Sabi nga namin, yung producer natin, pag nakita mo may ganyang itak yung asawa nyo, anong gagawin nyo, di ba?
Nako.
Show your score, please.
So, ang mga
Gumaganyan na.
kababaihan dapat talaga mag-aral ng
Judge 1,
ARNIS.
9.3.
Wow.
Judge 2, 9.3.
High scores.
Judge 3,
Mataas.
9.5. Judge 4, 9.3. And Judge 5, 9.1. Thank you, judges.
Setting the bar high.
Yes. First performance of the day. Beautiful performance.
At ito na nga, nagbabaw na ang ating first
Next to perform,
performer,
Villanueva Chloe of Baguio City.
Villanueva from Baguio is up next.
Alam mo, nako, strong ang contingent
Oo.
ng Baguio. Ang dami nila from Baguio City.
Chloe Villanueva from Baguio City. Marami siya mga dinala mga kasama rito.
And interesting kasi ang ating Team Baguio, yung iba sa kanila are wearing the traditional garment. Meron silang parang headgear ng weave, ng Igorot weave.
And ikaw, Rika, alam na alam mo to.
Oo,
Alam na,
yes.
very much into that culture as well. At
Definitely.
looking at her performance, ito normal to na nakikita mo sa Baguio.
Definitely. I see inner strength from our second performer. Very, very focused in her movements. Wow, skillful handling of that
Yes.
bladed weapon. Wow.
And the intensity, dinadala rin niya yung
Definitely.
intensity sa kanyang performance.
Very sharp movements. At the same time, the attitude also, Ernest. Look at that.
And
Yes.
that is the performance of Chloe Villanueva from Baguio City.
Official time, 1 minute and 7 seconds.
1 minute and 7 seconds ang binigay po sa kanya.
Yes.
At that is a good time for her.
Good time. Well within the time limit.
At we will now go to the judges' scorecards kung kaya ba niya lagpasan si Elias Cervantes who set the bar high
Yes.
a while ago. And here is the replay of Chloe Villanueva's performance.
Judges, scores please.
Wow.
Judge 1,
As you can see, no, look at her handling of the weapon. High scores as well.
Judge 4, 9.2. And Judge 5, 9.2. Thank you, judges, and
So
thank
well
you,
within the
performer.
9
Yes, lahat po siya.
oo.
Very competitive
Next
ang
performer,
first two performers po natin.
Of Pasig City.
Chloe Tutor is up next and she
We
is
have a
from
change
Pasig
of
City.
official.
Now, if you are here in the arena, you are going to hear different cheers from different teams. No, this time the Pasig City team also has their own signature
Hindi sila
cheer.
papatalo sa mga taga
Yes.
Baguio. Syempre, sila yung malapit. Sila
Tama.
dapat ang mas malakas ang cheer.
Malaking bagay yung support from the team. Kasi syempre, you have to really, really be in the zone and this helps you to really, really be ayan na nga, in your performance zone. Wow, very
A good
animated.
start here for Chloe.
As you can see, intricate din yung kanyang
Yung shifting of
Movements.
speeds ng kamay niya is very much established. Umpisa pa lang.
Definitely. Changing levels also. Regaining balance very easily after leaps and jumps. Good spin. Beautiful. Wow. Expert handling of the blade. Tignan mo. She does it with ease. And kita mo yung kanyang rhythm and intensity. Hindi nagbago from start to end.
And meron siyang shifting of speed na talagang mahirap gawin yun, ha? At yung
You would know.
pag-balance that.
Oo.
Oo.
Love it. I love the fierceness. Wow.
And that is
Beautiful.
the performance of Chloe Tutor. Ayan.
Ito na ako. Third
Antayin
performance.
natin ang
Official time, 1 minute and 13 seconds.
1 minute and 14 seconds po si Chloe Tutor.
Let's see how our judges saw that performance. Kabado ng ating Team Pasig,
And so far, competitive din to.
So
Parang
far, yeah.
pataas ng pataas ang competition
Judges,
natin
scores
dito sa atin.
please. Judge 1, 9.6. Judge
Wow.
2, 9.6. Judge 3, 9.6. Judge 4, 9.5. And Judge 5, 9.4. Thank you, judges. and
Very much in
thank
the
you,
range of
performer.
9.4 and 9.6 ang nakuha ni Chloe Tutor. So another
Next
bar
performer.
race.
ticket.
Cordial
Very
Clarice
ticket ang
of
ating
Baguio
mga
City.
participants.
Another performer from Baguio City ang
We will
makikita
have
po
our
natin.
judging
That is
official.
Clarice Coltien.
Judge number 5.
Another Baguio Bell, ika nga. Starting with so much focus. Wow, there is some chanting element in her performance. Alam mo, Baguio also shares a very, kumbaga, alam nating lahat, we have this warrior culture in the Cordilleras. So
Immediately pinapakita niya is her fierceness and her strength in her
Definitely.
movements.
very, ang dami niya mga circular movements, ha? Look at that.
And
Wow.
unti-unti, shift niya yung motion niya to a slower pace and then bibilis ulit.
Wow, I love her animated spirit, ha? Talagang performance level, not breaking character. Wow, grace and strength personified.
This is a more animated performer na nakita natin ngayon.
Definitely.
And let's see if it will translate
Official time,
well to
1
our
minute
judges.
and 7 seconds.
1 minute and 17 seconds din ang kanyang performance. Itong si Clarice Coltien from Baguio City.
Some bit of
Judges.
creativity there.
Scores, please.
Okay,
Judge 1, 9.5. Judge 2, 9.6. Judge 3, 9.5. Judge 4, 9.6. And Judge 5, 9.4.
Matataas.
Yes,
Thank you.
in the range of 9.4 and 9.6 din.
Yes.
Si Clarice Coltien.
Bagunsan Rian Nisha of Taytay Rizal.
O, taga Taytay Rizal naman ang susunod nating performer. At yan po si Rian Nisha Pagunsan. At meron pa tayong mga ibang performers yata dito. We'll check kung matutuloy. And naririnig nyo, may kanya-kanyang cheering squad sila from their different teams. Siyempre, when you come here as a team, you support each other.
Definitely. And of course, our next contestant is from Taytay.
And here we go. Ito po ang performance ni Rian Nisha Pagunsan. And immediately showing her speed in this
Beautiful
early
spin.
on.
Actually, ginigrade din dito how complicated your movements are. Kumbaga yung degree ng difficulty ng iyong routine. But at the same time, some other elements is of course yung coordination ng mga galaw ng ating mga participants and of course their artistic execution. Ano bang masasabi mo dito kay Rian Pagunsan in terms of those criteria?
At ito na nga nakikita natin ngayon. Kanina, she was showing her speed, a little bit of power this time around, and fierceness as we approach the final seconds of her performance. And here we go. Ayan, natapos na po si Rian Nisha Pagunsan.
Official time, 1 minute and 5 seconds.
1 minute and 5 seconds po si Rian Nisha Pagunsan from Taytay Rizal. She will now await our judges' decisions and scores. Medyo nautal ako to.
Judges, scores please. Judge 1, 9.6. Judge 2, 9.5. Judge 3, 9.7. Judge 4, 9.5. And Judge 5, 9.4. Thank you, judges. And
Wow,
thank you,
we
performers.
actually heard, I think for the first time ngayon, meron
Let us
ako narinig na
witness the exit of all
9.7
our
from one of our
performers.
judges. And again,
For
lahat po,
juniors, traditional,
our
individual,
judges,
single weapon category.
it will
15
now
to
be
17
tabulated
years
kung ano
old.
yung ano yung mga scores ng mga performers natin. And then, ayan, pinapresent na po ulit ang 5 competitors natin in front of the judges. And they will tabulate the scores right now, doing their stances.
Whatever happens, such amazing performances by our female arnisadors, no?
Kahit sino pwede ilaban eh.
Definitely. Ang taas ng mga scores. They really
Oo.
came prepared for this.
And alam mo yun, pag gawin mong best of 7 to, iba-iba mananalo.
Exactly. And alam mo, sana mas madami pang mga Pilipina ang mag-take up ng ARNIS bilang available naman ito sa mga schools, sa ating mga komunidad, ano?
I would love to believe that the best instructors of ARNIS is in the country and it's not
For
abroad.
sure.
Kaya for those who want to start ARNIS, yung iba naiinis, bakit kailangan ko mag-ARNIS ngayon sa PE? You know what? It's gonna be beneficial for you in the long run.
Definitely.
You will enjoy it. And at the same time, ang sarap i-practice nito sa bahay.
Alam mo,
Very relaxing mag-ARNIS sa bahay.
tama. Alam mo, Ernest, ako rin nga naengganyo mag-ARNIS in our first day kasi naisip ko, if I'm a Filipino, I
Yes.
need to know my own martial art.
Yes.
So one of my boxing coaches is also a medalist in ARNIS, Coach Fernando Parcon, retired Navy Fernando Parcon. So ito na, some of the highlights of our
Yeah. Yan po si Elias Cervantes kanina. Siya po yung nauna sa
Definitely.
ating mga performers, having also a high score, setting the bar early on sa ating ARNIS competition. Again, this is the junior traditional individual single weapon category for the 15 and 17-year-old batch.
Right. And of course, our teams come from all parts of the Philippines. We have from Pasig, Baguio, Taytay, Cainta, and Cebu. Yang mga arinisador natin from all over the Philippines nagpunta dito, handang-handa.
Chloe Villanueva, nakita nyo kanina. Ito naman si Chloe Tutor ang nakita ngayon sa screen. And ito, from Baguio City, Clarice Coltien with a very feisty performance to enhance our judges, no? At and finally, the last performer is Rian Nisha Pagunsan. Mahirap ang trabaho ng ating mga judges, ha?
Mahirap. Especially when you're given the criteria, but then again, kumbaga, nasa sayo pa rin eh, 'di ba? What you put primacy on. Pero ito na nga, I think meron na.
Inabot na
Oo.
to sa atin. Inaabot na sa ating mga announcers kung sino nanalo. But to be honest, kahit sino pwede manalo dito sa ating sa limang yon. Ayan, binabasa na lang. Kino-confirm.
Parang yung mga teammates nila kinakabahan din, ano?
Oo. Kita natin lahat sila very supportive of their teammate at tignan natin kung sino ang unang magte-take home ng gold medal dito
Alam mo,
sa junior traditional
Ito na, I think
individual
ito
single
na.
weapon. Verification pa. Ate. Anyway, ito na.
Baguio City. Tutor Chloe of Pasig City. Palisok Lovely of Pasig City. And Lopez Marion of Baguio City.
Venue announcer kung sino yung magpa-perform for the juniors traditional individual double weapon.
Yan.
Kanina
Oo.
single weapon ang nakita nyo, eto double weapon. Dalawa na ang kanilang hawak.
Yun nga. And of course, yung double weapon category na yan, it can be identical or unidentical weapons. So, eto na. Nako,
Oo.
alam mo, para sa mga manonood, ano, na mga mommies or mga little girls, ARNIS is definitely a sport that you can take. And the Women's Martial Arts Festival can be your goal when you want to compete. So, yung mga mommies and mga kids dyan, ipasok nyo na yung inyong mga anak.
Nako, yung
Oo.
mga kasama natin sa prod team, sinasabi nila takot na nga daw sila sa single weapon. Paano pa kaya kung
Kung
dalawang weapon
double
na?
weapon
Ang
pa,
nakita nilang
nako.
hawak ng kanilang mga misis pag uwi ng bahay. Tapos iniikot-ikot
oo.
pa ng ganon.
Yun nga, kaya kailangan talaga pag-aralin natin lahat ng ating mga kababaihan. Ano? ng ARNIS, hindi ba?
At least protektado bahay
Correct.
mo.
Oo. Meron ka ng misis, meron ka pang arnisador na magtatanggol
Walang
sa buong
makakapasok sa
pamilya.
bahay mo kapag ganyan. Kahit
Correct.
kutsilyo, kahit kutsara, tinidor,
Oo.
gamitin niya sa double weapon.
Tama.
Magiging deadly yun.
Kasi Arnis is very flexible actually.
Walang pupugay yung players, please stand up and then pugay.
The actually the goal here is to be able to grab any weapon at hand, so yung mga skills and techniques natin can be applicable to any weapon that we have.
Actually, kanina, in-announce ko sino yung mga double weapon performers natin for the 15 and to 17-year-old division.
First performer, we
Yung
have
iba,
Pagonza
from single weapon,
Rianisha.
meron din silang double
Of
weapon.
Taytay Rizal.
Makikita nyo uli yung iba from the single weapon to the double weapon division. Anyway, mauuna. Kanina siya yung nahuli
Yes.
sa single weapon. Ito na naman from Taytay Rizal, si Rian Nisha Pagunsan. And eto Rika, pag tinignan mo, yung dalawang weapon na hawak ni Rian Nisha Pagunsan, isang maikli, isang
Yes.
mahaba.
Yun na nga, So I think there's also some complexity in terms of like handling those weapons, hindi ba? When doing something like this. Kasi dalawa na yung hawak ng kamay mo.
Kung hindi ka tama ng mahaba, tatamaan ka ng
Correct.
maikli.
Oo. Beautiful, beautiful manipulation.
Galing.
Oo.
Etong si Rian Nisha Pagunsan had a very high score to end the single
Right.
weapon. And tingnan natin kung marereplicate niya the same success for the double weapon. At siya ang pambato ng Taytay Rizal.
And I love how more animated she is ngayon.
Oo. Alam mo, masarap magganito lalo na sa mga lugar na mga kasama natin. Taytay, Baguio.
Exactly.
Alam mo, one with the nature.
Yun na nga
Habang
eh.
nagaganyan ka.
And
It's
of course,
very relaxing yung mga ganyang performance art. If you are doing
Definitely.
judo, if you're doing
Official
ARNIS
time, we have
or
1
whatever,
minute and 10 seconds.
do that as a morning routine.
Right.
It's like a form of meditation na rin.
Tayo lang, tayo lang.
And that is the performance of Rian Nisha Pagunsan.
from Taytay.
And
Rizal.
she will try to set the bar as well for
Judge
this
1,
division.
9.3. Judge 2, 9.5. Judge 3, 9.4. Judge 4, 9.4. And Judge 5, 9.4. Thank you, judges, and thank you, performer.
Not as high
Next
sa
to
kanyang
perform,
single
we have
weapon performance, but still very high
Of
scores pa
Baguio
rin.
City.
Chloe Villanueva naman, ulit, from Baguio City, ang magpe-perform for the double weapon. At ang napili niya, dalawang
Yes.
long-bladed weapons.
Starting strong. Again with that signature chant at the beginning.
Ano yung sinasabi nila?
Nakuha ko lang Cordillera dun sa huli.
Ayun din ang alam ko
Oo.
eh. So,
So I think it's
yung nauna,
siguro,
gusto ko malaman eh. Mamaya tatanong siguro natin
Interview
kung ano,
natin yung ating
ano
mga-
bang ibig sabihin nun.
Oo, mga Baguio athletes natin, Of course, even if these are definitely parang battle movements, there's an element of grace din dito.
At saka double weapon na to, kailangan yung weaker hand mo, kung kaliwete ka o kananete na
Tama.
sinasabi,
Oo.
dapat magtrabaho yung weaker hand mo din dito.
Exactly.
And dapat makita ng mga judges that both hands, walang makikitang weakness. Hindi nila malaman kung kaliwete ka o
Right.
kananete na sinasabi nila. At ayan, yan po ang performance ni Chloe Villanueva.
Yes, handling it with grace, her double weapon.
Official time, 1 minute and 3 seconds.
1 minute and 3 seconds ang kanyang performance, and our judges will now have to give their scores and raise it up. Tingnan natin kung
Judges, scores please. Judge 1, 9.4. Judge 2, 9.4. Judge 3, 9.2. Judge 4, 9.5. and Judge 5, 9.3. Thank you, judges, and
As,
thank you,
as
performer.
low as 9.2 and as high as 9.5 ang binigay kay Chloe Villanueva from Baguio
Next to
City.
perform,
At
Tutor
eto,
Chloe
punta naman tayo sa
of
Pasig
Pasig
City.
City.
Si Chloe Tutor, nakita nyo rin siya kanina nag-perform. And again,
Change
tingnan
of
natin
official.
kung if the judges will also
Judge number
give her
3.
a good score as
And judge
compared
number
sa kanyang single weapon performance. So double weapon na po tayo. Dalawa na po yung hawak niyang weapon. And she chose 2 long weapons for this performance. 2 long bladed weapons po. Again, si Chloe Tutor from Pasig City on her double weapon performance. Very smooth to start it. Using both weapons well, actually hindi mo malalaman kung ano talaga yung stronger hand niya. Well balanced movements. And good shifting of speeds in that move. And eto na, tatapusin na ni Chloe ang kanyang performance in just a bit. Very strong performance so far para kay Chloe. Good shifting of the hands. And excellent spin. And that is it. Yan po ang performance ni Chloe Tutor from Pasig City.
Official time, 1 minute and 11 seconds.
1 minute and 11 seconds ang kanyang performance, si Chloe.
Ka-overwhelmed kasi 15-year-old to 17 years old itong mga ating mga participants sa
Judge 1, 9.5. Judge 2, 9.7. Judge 3, 9.6. Judge 4, 9.6. And Judge 5, 9.7.
Wow.
Judges, and thank you, performer.
The ranges of 9.5 to 9.7 itong si Chloe
Next to
Tutor.
perform,
So far, she is the leader
Lovely
for this
of
double
Pasig
weapon
City.
performance. So with that, kung ano, mukhang sa kanyang mga scores,
let's see.
sa 5, parang assured na siya ng bronze medal.
Definitely, no, strong solo weapon performance and double weapon performance.
And ang susunod po natin mag-perform, first time natin siya makikita, si Lovely Palisok ng Pasig City.
Another Pasigenya.
Showing her strength in both hands to start with. And good spins.
I love how clear her angles is also, no? When she's wielding
Yeah.
her weapon. Beautiful.
Ganda naman nun.
Mm-mm.
Very smooth transition.
Grace with the handling of that weapon. Wow, beautiful.
Nice execution of yung mga complex spins na ganun.
Right.
Alam mo, it takes a lot of practice. She makes it look easy. But of course, malala ano natin yung practice niya behind that to make that seamless and timely. Grabe. It shows in her performance right now.
Grabe, dikit na dikit ang competition ngayon, ano?
Lovely Palisok. And that is her performance. Bowing to the
Official
judges.
time, 1 minute and 12 seconds.
And we'll wait for the judges' scorecards in just a bit. She is our
Judges.
second to the last performer dito sa
please.
juniors
Judge
traditional
one.
individual double. At ito na po ang ating mga scores ng ating judges.
9.4. Judge 2, 9.4. Judge 3, 9.5. Judge 4, 9.5. And Judge 5, 9.5.
A
High scores din.
minimum of 9.4 and 9.5 pero mas malaki pa rin ang angat ni Chloe Tutor
Marion of
sa
Baguio
kanya.
City.
At eto, last performer is
Judge 2 and
Marion
Judge
Lopez
3.
from Baguio City.
Another Arnisador from Baguio.
At ito na, dalawang long-bladed weapons ang kanyang napili. And she will begin her performance in just a bit.
Starting with a very, very intense demeanor is Marion Lopez from Baguio City.
Starting off with her battle cry.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful spins and angles.
Yun yung shifting ng speed. Pinakita niya kaagad dito. And the complex spins. And flexibility. Putting the blade at the back seamlessly. Ang ganda ng mga ikot.
I love her stance also. Tingnan mo, very, very balanced. And yung synchronicity ng kamay sa paa.
Yeah, the footwork as well. Ang
Right.
very impressive itong si Marion Lopez.
Wow.
This is
Kahit,
the first time that we're seeing Marion Lopez. Ito yung
Yeah.
pambato ng Baguio City for the double weapon along with Chloe Villanueva.
okay.
One Baguio ang nandito.
The official time, 1 minute and 1 second.
1 minute and 1 seconds po ang kanyang
Well
time.
within the time limit.
At nakikita natin po sa replay.
Scores please. Judge 1, 9.7. Judge
Wow.
2, 9.5. Judge 3, 9.6. Judge 4, 9.7. And Judge 5, 9.6.
High scores for
And so
Marion.
far sila ni Chloe Tutor mukhang
Oo.
lalaban
Nako.
sa top spot
In
dito.
juniors traditional individual double weapon category.
And that is our juniors traditional double weapon category for the 15 and 17-year-old. At meron pa tayo mga iba pang mga ARNIS events na coming your way. We still have 2 categories for you.
Yan na ang ating participants for the double weapon solo category.
Ang susunod po nating category na makikita is the juniors non-traditional individual single weapon. Kanina po, traditional. Ngayon, non-traditional po ang makikita nyo.
Interested ako dyan, ano. Gusto ko makita.
Oo.
Kasi I think baka may mas malaking primacy yung creativity siguro dyan. Ano.
At magbabalik po tayo for the non-traditional events ng ARNIS dito sa 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival.
All officiating officials.
Po tayo dito sa 2022 Women's Martial Arts Festival. This is what was held a while ago. Double weapon po tayo. Nakikita nyo, yan po ang ating mga performers that kicked off kay Rian Nisha Pagunsan. Ang kanyang performance to set the bar early on. At ito, she chose a shorter bladed weapon for her performance. Ito naman, si Chloe Villanueva ng Baguio City. Again, another good performance that we've seen with the battle cry early on. At ito, Chloe Chutor. Siya naman, setting, actually silang dalawa ni Lopez
Yes.
Marion ang mukhang nangunguna na rito. But hindi papatalo dito si Lovely Palisok, which you see now on your screens. Na maganda rin ang kanyang spins, maganda ang
Right.
kanyang movement, maganda ang kanyang motion overall. But eventually, itong si Marian Lopez, siya ang talaga mukhang the person to beat here
Right.
at the junior traditional individual double weapon category.
Kasi, yun nga, you have to balance din yung degree of difficulty ng iyong routine with how you perfect the execution of the movements. So, yan yung mga tinitake into consideration ng ating mga judges as well as yung artistic execution ng kanilang mga moves. Ayan.
But prior to that, sa juniors traditional individual single weapon category, isa ring mahirap na trabaho ang nakalaan sa ating mga judges to select who will be the winner of that. And in just a bit, no, from traditional, pupunta tayo sa non-traditional category
Ayan na.
sa single and double weapon.
Very interested kung ano ang maipapakita ng ating mga arnisador from Baguio, Taytay, Cebu, Cainta, at Pasig City.
15 to 17 years old. Coltien Clarice of Baguio City. Sarzona Maria of Pasig City.
Ayan, tinatawag na po ang ating mga performers for the non-traditional weapon.
Baguio City. Ligaspi Melody of Taytay Rizal. Ramos May Ariana of Pasig City. Coaches of these performers, we will please come in the official table to try your music if you have some.
May option pala to, no? If you want to include music in
Check,
your
mic check.
performance. So let's see.
Mic check.
Yes, non-traditional na po ang ating mga performers. At this is very interesting kung itong mga performers natin using the non-traditional, Miss Rica.
So definitely more creativity here. Alam mo, I love how ARNIS has been evolving in the last few years. This is of course, syempre courtesy of PCAF or Philippine Eskrima Kali ARNIS Federation, of course headed by our President Juan Miguel Subiri.
At saka ilang beses ko na nakikita sa mga pelikula itong ARNIS. Sila Keanu Reeves ginagamit ang
Right.
ARNIS. Yung isa sa mga sikat na gumamit ng ARNIS was Kill Bill.
Oo, Kill Bill, and also yung mga Bourne, si Jason Bourne
Oh,
sa
Jason
Bourne
Bourne.
Supremacy, si Matt Damon, ayan.
Kaya yung isang Bourne dito ginawa pero hindi na si
Oo,
hindi na si
oo.
Matt Damon.
Tama.
Si Hawkeye.
Si Hawkeye, kasama si Kerry Russell. I think, ano nga bang kanyang name? I think sa LRT yun.
Sa
if I'm
LRT
not
sila
mistaken.
nagbakbakan.
Yes. Oo. And ang dami-dami rin ng mga celebrities and celebrity martial artists who are studying ARNIS. Kaya we should really tangkilikin natin yung sariling atin, ano?
At marami na rin ako nakikita yung iba ko mga kasamaan sa media.
Mm-mm.
Nag-ARNIS na rin.
Nako. yan ay magandang sport na i-take up ng bawat Pilipino at Pilipina. Yun nga si Senator Zubiri, sabi niya, nakwento niya when he was suffering from COVID, the exercise that he did was ARNIS sa kanyang bahay. Ano? He just had some space in his house. Pinerform niya yung kanyang mga ARNIS routines, and he was able to keep himself healthy despite his COVID infection.
Tsaka yung actually yung coach ko dati, yung movement sa Arnis mo is a good belly buster. Yung mga kung malakas-lakas nga yung marami-rami kang taba sa tiyan. Ang Arnis is one na magsusunog ng mga taba mo sa tiyan para magkaroon ka ng abs na maraming may gustong magkaroon.
Tama. So ito pala ay magandang core exercise.
Yes.
Hindi lang po pala ito pang pang mga competitors. You can also do this for for fitness, to develop your physical fitness routine. Ayan, try out nyo na ang Arnis.
Di ba, pag nakikita mo yung mga movements ng ating mga Arnis athletes, a lot of that is core strength. Kasi you're stretching your legs, you're stretching your body. Pag hindi matindi ang core mo, hindi maganda training mo sa core mo, you won't be able to make a graceful performance in Arnis.
Tsaka yun na nga, kailangan agile ka eh. Kailangan nabubuhat mo yung katawan mo in the jumps. You can transition from different levels, jumping, balance also, no?
Rizal, please come over in our official table.
Pero ng mga 15 at 17 ako, ang waistline ko lang yata nun, 28.
Nako, ayan na nga. Kagaya ng ating mga arnisador din ngayon, na very, very physically fit. And ayan na nga, iba rin ang routine na itong mga athletes natin na to. Rigorous ang training.
Madali maghanap ng pantalon ng mga ganyang edad.
Correct. Oo. Madali pang kumasya sa mga sa mga sizes. So, actually, ito nga, our Women's Martial Arts Festival is actually the project of PSC, to answer the call for more platforms for our women athletes to showcase their skills and talents.
This is spearheaded by Commissioner Miss Bongku, yung Women in Sports movement. Itong 6-day event natin sa Women's Martial Arts Festival, very inspiring po yan sa ating mga kababaihan, and for the past years, kababaihan ang nagbibigay ng parangal sa atin sa sports in all fields.
Individual, single weapon.
Anyway,
Single weapon, 15
pinirepresent na po
to
sa atin
17 years old.
ang individual single weapon juniors division, at ang magpa-perform sa atin, some of the names you already saw a while ago, si Clarice Coltien, si Mariah Sarzona, si IZ Zairel Pobletin, Melody Legaspi, and May Ariana Ramos.
First performer, we have Coltien Clarice of Baguio City.
Ayan na.
At ito, nakita natin nung una sa single traditional weapon, etong si Clarice Coltien ng Baguio City. And this time around, non-traditional ang gagawin niya.
Of course, may accompaniment siya, may musical accompaniment. So itong non-traditional pala ay combination ng traditional moves with non-traditional choreography, no?
And Rika, you're familiar with this music. What are they hearing?
Of course, we are hearing some gangsa music and some traditional song accompanied. Kasi alam mo, I think kahit non-traditional, kailangan may Filipino element pa rin. Hindi pwede na hindi Filipino yung theme.
Pag narinig ko yung music na yan, parang Pilipinong-Pilipino
Right.
ang aking nararamdaman. And that is definitely our culture, very much in at what you're hearing right now. And Clarice Cotilien, having a good performance so far.
Beautiful handling of space also, no, Ernest? Kita mo, she's using the space very well. Wow, very, very animated performance.
And you can hear from our background ang kanya mga teammates giving her that extra boost. And importante rin mauna ka na ngayon so you can set the bar
Tama.
for the entire division.
Clarice Coltien, first performance of non-traditional single weapon.
Judges, scores please. Judge 1, 9.5. Judge 2, 9.4. Judge 3, 9.5. Judge 4, 9.5. And Judge 5, 9.4. Thank you, judges.
9.4 and 9.5 ang mga narinig natin. I think if I am correct, tatlong 9.5 at dalawang 9.4 ang nakuha ni Clarice Coltien. And now, in front of you, ito po si Maria Sarzona from Pasig City.
Grabe ang mga sigawan ng mga teammates. At the end of the week, kaboses na nila ako, no? Kakasigaw ng ganyan. Pero all for for team spirit.
An excellent movement to start here.
Anong masasabi mo, Ernest, sa ganyang klase ng, halimbawa, bladed weapon? Mas mahirap ba yan kapag stick weapon?
Pareho lang daw yun eh, yung bladed and stick
okay.
weapon. But of course, once you're using a bladed weapon, ang mas deadly kasi ang
Yeah,
bladed, di ba?
oo.
Compared, and yung isang taga lang yan
Tama.
is talagang mayayari ka talaga. But they made it a bladed weapon this time around compared to the stick weapon for more grace and
Right.
tingnan yan, ang ganda ng mga movements.
Beautiful.
But again, the elements of ARNIS is being seen sa kanilang wrist movements and how the weapon protects the body. Yun yung importante sa ARNIS.
Ayun na nga. We can see the grace,
Hindi ka
the
baka,
twirling. Oo.
kung meron kang weapon, gusto mo siyang tagain ngayon, hindi ba kakadaan dahil sa kanyang movement. Ang
Correct.
bilis.
Oo.
At saka, she covers all the ground para may force field ka around
Tama.
you. Hindi mo siya matataga ng basta-basta kapag ganyan ang kanyang kilos.
Correct.
But anyway, that is Mariah Sarzona with her performance. At judges scorecards na po tayo para kay Mariah Sarzona.
Judge 1, 9.4. Judge 2, 9.6. Judge 3, 9.4. Judge 4, 9.4. And Judge 5, 9.3. Thank you, judges. And
As high as 9.6 and a 9.3, tapos tatlong 9.4 ang kanyang nakuha. Still a good performance from Mariah Sarzona. At ito, balik na naman tayo sa Baguio City. At makakasama natin dito sa harap nyo si IZ Zairel Pobletin.
Wow, I love her focus. Talagang ini-internalize niya yung music bago siya magsimula ng routine. Setting the beat. Starting off with a very, very intense facial expression. Wow. Beautiful. I love her energy.
Rika, pag ganyan ba, ano ini-imagine mo?
Ako, parang ini-imagine ko yung aking mga pre-colonial ancestors, no, na nilalabanan ng ating mga...
Di ba? May yung visualization eh. Di ba?
Oo. Nilalabanan ng ating mga dayuhan na mananakop.
Talaga pag ganyan, sinasakop ka na.
Oo.
Mas ma-intense pa sa mukha ni IZ Zairel Poblete ng
Tama.
iyong ibibigay. And wow, look at that performance. Ang galing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful routine. Internalization of the movements, dexterity.
Oh, that was a good spin. Hindi
Yeah.
madali execute yun.
Hindi Hindi bumababa ang energy.
And intensity, di bumababa rin.
Definitely. Wow. Nako. yung
Combination
ganun-
of a spin kick and a stab. And she is finishing her routine strong. At itong si
Wow.
IZ Zyrel Pobletin.
Beautiful. Baguio City is proud. Wow.
And to end that routine is a very intense battle cry. 1 minute and 15 seconds po ang binigay kay IZ Pobletin. Ngayon, judges na ang magdedesisyon kung siya ba ay isa sa mga matataas.
Correct. We'll see. Wow. Wow. Wow.
9.5 at tatlong 9.7 so far.
Pretty
Siya
high
ang
scores.
leader.
Right.
Siya ang leader natin ngayon dito sa individual single weapon for the non-traditional.
We'll see. We'll see.
Mukhang a very high bar
Exactly.
to set here. At ito na, ang masusunod na magko-compete is Miss Melody Legaspi from Taytay Rizal.
Nakakatuwa kasi sa mga ganitong games din, you are also representing your municipality eh.
Yeah.
So, merong ganong pride din, ano?
At this time, eto, nakikita natin dito, Rika, she's not using a bladed weapon, she's using a stick
Wow.
weapon instead. But the movement early on, very smooth ang kanyang mga spins.
Exactly, no?
And you need more of that in order to impress the judges and maybe get over IZ Zyrel Pobletin. Bumibelo
Wow.
lang pala siya.
Exactly.
And look at this sequence right here.
Wow, I'm getting chills. Very, very seamless performance and wielding of that stick. Grabe.
Oh, ang
Wow,
ganda naman.
beautiful.
Very seamless.
Grabe, talagang dikit
Landing
na
on
dikit.
one
Oo.
foot. Alam mo, that is one impressive move na nakita ko ngayon.
Wow. Amazing.
Alalahanin natin, tatlong 9.7 ang ang kanyang dapat tatalunin itong si Melody Legaspi.
Siyempre, yung kanyang music, may Filipino ano pa rin dapat. Filipino-inspired.
Filipino elements, yes.
Oo. Meron tong konting flavor ng parang fiesta flavor eh, no?
And nakikita natin, Melody is an
Oo.
athlete sa
Tama.
kanyang mga galaw.
Parang batokada ng mga percussion instruments, no? Beautiful.
One minute and 4 seconds, itong si Miss Melody. And tingnan natin kung she can get a higher score than IZ Zyrel Pobletin.
Look at those spins. Beautiful. Wow. Wow.
9.7, tatlong 9.7, pero meron siyang isang 9.8
9.8.
at merong 9.6. So far, Melody Legaspi has overtaken itong si IZ Zyrel Pobletin. And for our last performer, May Ariana Ramos from Pasig City. So parang Pasig versus Baguio versus Taytay ang ating mga nakikita. Pero this time around, yung lone performer from Taytay Rizal ang nangunguna. And Ramos May Ariana has a lot of ground to work on. Tingnan natin kung ang kanyang performance will make her crack the top 3 man lang.
Ito na, she is of course expertly handling her bladed weapon. Wow, good change of levels.
Medyo nag-fumble siya dun sa spin na
Oo.
yon. That
At
will
least
be
na-regain
seen.
niya, no? Oo.
Oo, hindi siya but the positioning of the feet lang sa final position hindi masyadong diretso, but bumabawi naman siya ngayon with other spins and
Right.
other moves.
Of course, we are still in the non-traditional single weapon category. Napapanood ninyo mga
Nice.
15-year-old to 17-year-olds natin na mga ARNIS.
At ang pasalamatan natin ngayon na, no, yung ating nakikita nyo, inuunan tayo ng Pocari Sweat dito. Yung
Yan
mga
na nga.
nakita yung logo sa tabi natin. Go21, maaasahan po yan. Punta lang po tayo sa Go21 app.
Yes. And of course, you are also watching us live here at the PSC Facebook page. That was May Ariana Ramos.
With an intense finish. 1 minute and 24 seconds ang kanyang performance. Now judges will have to decide if she makes it to the top 3.
Judge 1, 9.6. Judge 2, 9.5. Judge 3, 9.5. Judge 4, 9.5. And Judge 5, 9.5.
Apat na 9.5 at isang 9.6. Tignan natin kung itatablet at kung pasok siya sa top 3. But so far, so good. Maganda pa rin ang performance nito ni May Ariana Ramos. And here are our 5 performance presented to our judges for the last time. They will make their final bow before we move on to the non-traditional double weapon na po yung kasunod natin ngayon.
Ang tataas ng level na pinakita nitong ating mga arnisador, ano?
Calling the attention of
nakaka-proud
Coach of Baguio
makita
and RTU.
ang
Please proceed to
galing ng ating mga
main
Pilipina
table, please.
sa Arnis.
Coach of
At tinatawag
Baguio
na lang
and
po ang
RTU.
ating mga next 5 performance. Makikita nyo, dalawa from Pasig City. Si Lindsay Gigante at si May Ariana Ramos. Makikita nyo ulit. Si IZ Zyrel Poblete ng Baguio City at saka Chloe EJ Director naman makikita nyo from Baguio, and Melody Legaspi as well. So mukhang matindi ang labanan natin for this double weapon non-traditional.
Alam mo, actually, itong Arnis is a very good sport, not just to make your kids athletic or to introduce them to Filipino martial arts,
We will
but
have a
also it
5-minute
builds
break first.
confidence, ano? Para sa
5
mga bata na
minutes
nakita
break.
nyo na gusto nyo pang i-develop ang confidence, ayan, i-enroll nyo na sa Arnis classes, ano? And of course, we are seeing right now some of the highlights of our Arnis performances. You are seeing here single weapon, non-traditional performances by our Arnisadors.
For non-traditional individual double weapon.
Ayan na nga, very, very agile ang ating mga Arnisadors.
Juniors non-traditional individual
At yun
double
sila
weapon.
May Ariana Ramos ang mga
15 to
nakikita
17
nyo
years old.
ngayon with her performance a while ago.
Gigante
Ang ganda ng kanyang mga tumbling, ang ganda ng kanyang mga
Lindsay of
kicks.
Pasig City.
And with that, magpapahinga lang po tayo. Pagbalik natin,
Ariana of
sing
Pasig
double
City.
weapon ng traditional po tayo.
Blitin IZ Zyrel of Baguio City. Chloe EJ of Baguio City. And Legaspi Melody of Taytay, Rizal. Please prepare. weapon individual of junior girls. Magkakaroon muna tayo ng tiebreaker